Your Excellencies, distinguished mourners, may I request that we be upstanding. We just do something extraordinary for the fourth Republican president, having been President of Namibia and President of Zambia. A round of applause and to the glory of God. We can do much better. Thank you so much. We may take our seats. It is my rare privilege and honor to invite the President of the Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to address the gathering and indeed the nation and the world at large.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, widow and former First Lady, Madam Zambia Banda, the children, bereaved family of our fourth Republican President, President Rupiah Banda, our sixth President of the Republic of Zambia, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu and Mrs. Lungu, Your Excellency, President Hage Geingob, President of the Republic of Namibia, and your dear wife. Your Excellency, Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, President of Zimbabwe, Republic of Zimbabwe. Your Excellency, Mr. Joachim Chissano, former President of the Republic of Mozambique. Your Excellency, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, former President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and your dear wife. May I recognize my wife as well, Mutinta, the First Lady. Indeed, Your Excellency, Dr. Bakili Muluzi, former President of the Republic of Malawi, Kumumaba, our eastern area. Your Excellency, General Dr. Serese Khama Ian Khama, former President of the Republic of Botswana, Dumerara. Honorable Eric Mulare, Cabinet Minister from the Republic of Botswana, once more, Dumerara. Honorable James Macharia, Cabinet Minister from the Republic of Kenya, our long-standing friend. James lived in this country, worked in this country, married a beautiful Zambian lady. He's our brother. You're welcome. Your Royal Highnesses that are present here, former Vice Presidents of our Republic, Republic of Zambia, and indeed our former First Ladies that are here. Chief Justice, Speaker of the National Assembly, Cabinet colleagues, provincial ministers that are here, Secretary to the Cabinet, Mayor of the City of Lusaka, other mayors that are here, senior government officials, former First Ladies, I've recognized them already, political party leaders, our colleagues in the opposition. This is our democratic country. You're recognized, and thank you for being present. Your Excellencies, ambassadors and high commissioners accredited to Zambia, and representatives of international organizations as well as local organizations. members of the clergy, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and indeed members of the local and international media, fellow mourners. The past 7 days have been a period of deep sorrow and grief in our country, in our nation. A time of pain and mourning for all of us, more so for the family of our fourth Republican President, Mr. Rupiah Banda. A dark cloud has indeed engulfed our nation since 11 March when President Banda passed on. Shortly, few days after I visited him and we had a great chat, most unfortunate. Your Excellencies, fellow mourners, the death of President Rupiah Banda has left the nation heartbroken, as it has come barely a year, just a year, after we lost our founding president, President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who we fondly called KK, we fondly called Super Ken. President Rupiah Banda, fondly known as Arabi, will be remembered for his numerous contributions to our nation over many years, indeed over many years. Even as we mourn our former president, we do so with a deep sense of gratitude to our Creator, God our Father, for having given us Arabi over such this period, long period. For us as leaders and to the young generation, there cannot be any better way of respecting and celebrating Arabi's life than to embrace his values of peace, his desire for reconciliation, unity, and indeed love and patriotism that he stood for, and make these values of his as our own values as we strive to run this country, to save this country, to manage public affairs on behalf of all of our people, all of our citizens across the 10 provinces that God gave us and formed our nation called Zambia. Fellow mourners, allow me to make a special cognizance of our regional, the presidents that are here who have spoken, former presidents that are here who have spoken, and indeed world leaders who have traveled to be with us at this difficult time. We thank you, presidents, we thank you, former presidents, and indeed ministers that are representing presidents that are not here. You demonstrate the true meaning of neighborliness, true meaning of regional unity on the African continent. Once more, thank you so much for your time. Truly, your presence here is testimony of the role that President Rupiah Banda played in promoting peace, not only in our country, but in our region, on the continent, and the global community. I also wish to express our utmost appreciation for the outpouring of goodwill and love from the international community since President Banda left us a few days ago. Government and the people of Zambia are truly humbled by the continued demonstration of solidarity by you, your excellencies, and your representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, it is rare to see an individual thrive in public service for over 60 years. Arabi did just that. In case you didn't hear me, it's very difficult for anyone to thrive in public service for as long as over 60 years. And President Arabi did just that, of course. It means that he had a lot to offer to our country, to our people. Otherwise, he would have never survived this long in public office. President Banda entered politics at a young age and played a critical role. As you heard from President Mnangagwa here, he was active in the 60s as a UNIP youth. That's a long time ago. And he kept on with the struggle through the liberation period and indeed continued to serve the country well after independence up to, obviously, the last few days when we lost him. He did serve the country in many respects, different respects. That too is not easy. It's quite difficult to be able to fit in different roles. Sometimes he was up there, sometimes he served at a lower level. And again he rose and became what he became, which I will repeat today, just for the sake of memory lane. At the age of 28 years, in 1965, he was appointed as Zambia's first ambassador to the Arab Republic of Egypt. This was followed by many other diplomatic postings around the world, and he distinguished himself in all of these roles. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, between his diplomatic postings, President Banda was in 1970 appointed as Chief Executive of our National Marketing Board, Agricultural Marketing Board, where he did well. And later on as Minister, as you will hear, and at some point as Governor of the city of Lusaka. That time he was called Senior Governor by KK himself. On the 9th of October 2006, President Banda was appointed as Vice President of the Republic of Zambia under the late President Levi Patrick Mwanawasa. May he so rest in peace as well. Following the demise of the third President of our country, President Levi Mwanawasa, President Banda took over for that period as acting president. During this time, President Banda steered the nation through a very difficult period of losing a sitting president. This is the first time the country experienced loss of a sitting president. It was new to us, it was new to the region to some extent, but President Banda walked us through that difficult path. We thank him for that. He oversaw, thank you very much. He oversaw the healing of the country and coming to terms with the loss of President Mwanawasa, who in his early days was not cherished, but later on in his presidency was loved by many Zambians. This is some lesson all of us need to learn. Fellow mourners, following his election as President of Zambia, in 2008, President Banda worked very hard to unite our country. Countries do need to have people who work hard all the time to bring their citizens together so they can all believe and feel that are equal citizens in any of our countries. That is important too. President Banda will be remembered for the gracious manner in which he accepted the will of the Zambian people 3 years later, in 2011, not to be re-elected for the presidency that followed because the citizens of Zambia chose, through a democratic process of election, another president. But President Banda acknowledged with grace, exit with grace. Big lesson to all of us. In his concession speech, President Banda, in his concession speech, said, and I quote, it's easier to quote so we can remember his specific words. He said, Zambia must not go backwards. We must all face the future and go forward as one nation. Not to do so would be to dishonor our history as a country. End of quote. Wonderful words indeed. This is a legacy that all of us as leaders should emulate in order to build our countries, not our country, Zambia, but our countries in our region, on the continent, and the global community, and our democracy, which is extremely important in order, in my view, to keep our country peaceful and orderly. Democracy is very important. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Arabi was a Democrat at heart. Upon leaving office, President Banda, being the distinguished person that he was, led the election observer missions in many countries. You heard from the African Union the articulation, I repeat, the summary, the list of the countries where he went to observe elections, and most of those elections went through successfully. We honor him for that too, representing our country, yet he was in retirement. That's the way it should be. Further, in the aftermath of our recent elections, in August 2021, barely just about 6 months ago, just barely about 6 months ago, President Banda took a leading role in urging all of us, the contenders, the presidential contenders at the time, to put national interest above our individual interests and not to let the country degenerate into negativity. You all know what he did. Today you heard a bit more of what he did. Indeed, he, together with President Kikwete, together with President Bai Ernest Koroma, former president of Sierra Leone, sat the two of us, President Lungu and myself, at President Banda's house, and we discussed a lot. What you have been hearing is only on the surface, is only superficial. A lot was discussed, that which was discussed helped this country to be where we are today, to be able to mourn him together, not in separate locations, but in one location, the podium, the stadium where we are speaking from today. This is new to our country for visiting presidents, for others. Maybe I should say this is recently new, but it's extremely important. Taking us back to the heritage of this country, of one Zambia, one nation, one people. Very important. Fellow mourners, presidents, former presidents, the founding generation of our country is fast disappearing. The living reservoir of our rich political history is fast depleting. And I think the younger generation, we the younger generation, can only do one thing. That is to learn from this generation that endured over years to keep our country together as a united people. We should embrace tolerance as President Banda always did. Let us be friendly, not to one, but to all. This is priceless, but yet valuable. Let us live in peace and harmony with ourselves, with our neighbors, with members of this global village that God put us together to share equally and fairly as it is, and it should be into the future. We must always be selfless in service to others and obviously to our country, to our countries. To the Banda family, it is because of his positive attributes that we will greatly miss President Rupiah Banda. His demise is a loss not only to you as a family, but to the entire nation, the region, Africa, and the world. Mrs. Tandiwe Banda, the children, the grandchildren, and the rest of the Banda family, the extended Banda family, because that's what we are as Africans. We have extended families. We feel and sincerely share your loss and sorrow. With humble hearts and abiding faith, we ask and pray that the Almighty God goes before you and comforts you during this trying time. The government and the entire nation of Zambia mourns with you. Fellow mourners, may the Almighty God abundantly bless the memory of our beloved fourth president, one President Rupiah Banda. May the Almighty God abundantly bless and protect our country, our continent, and the world that our late fourth president worked for and loved so dearly over many years. To our dear fourth president of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Rupiah Banda, we say thank you thank you for the immense contributions you made towards the betterment of our motherland, Zambia, the continent, and the rest of the world. We will always remember you as RB, indeed as our president. Our beloved fourth president of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Rupiah Banda, farewell son of Zambia, mwende bwino baba, mwende bwino shukulu, muzama ihande munamuhulu, mwende gabotu mudala, hambani kache. May your soul rest in eternal peace. God bless Zambia. God bless Africa. I thank you for your kind attention.